And as we start off looking live at our Fox 10 Storm Tracker radar, the rain and storms we saw yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening are gone, and thankfully most of the morning should remain rather quiet. But this afternoon another batch of thunderstorms will be possible. But as this big ridge of high pressure to our north and west builds in closer to our area, we are expecting to see a drop in the number of showers and storms. But as it gets closer, it is going to make things a bit hotter due to the lack of cloud coverage and the lack of rain. And you can see the heat advisories already showing up across western Tennessee and north Mississippi. So the temperatures, the heat index values, they're both going to be going up in coming days. Now, what's going on in the tropics? Well, close to home things are quiet, but we have two disturbances out in the Atlantic, one here and one here. But we're going to focus on the one that's easing in closer towards the Caribbean. Now, for now, the Hurricane Center marking it with a 50% chance of development over a span of 5 days. If it becomes a storm, it'll be named Cristobal. But for now, there's still a 50-50 shot of it developing. And as of now, what's called Invest 96L is showing maximum sustained winds at 30 miles per hour, moving to the west at 14. As some of the models develop it, others don't. The general track of the models is to bring it in a northwestward direction, move it near the mountainous terrains of Hispaniola. Now, this only goes out 5 days. This runs to the end of the weekend. After Sunday, that's when we'll know whether or not it enters the Gulf of Mexico. If it does, then we'll have a more accurate representation on its final destination. But notice there are a couple of models that just do not develop it out 5 days. The mountainous terrains of Hispaniola may rip it apart, so it just remains to be seen. But by the end of the weekend, there's a chance a tropical disturbance may enter the open waters of the Gulf of Mexico. And by that time, if it holds, we'll know more about exactly where it's going to end up going. But this is the peak of the season when things typically do get the most active. Temperatures right now, lower 70s. Mobile at 73 degrees, lower 70s around the Panhandle. Daphne, you're sitting at 76. Theodore, 74. Fairhope, you've dropped into the 60s, lower 70s up and down State Highway 59, Perdido Key 75, and Pensacola, you're at 71. On the Futurecast, here's how things are going to be looking today. We get the rain and storms to fire off after midday. Heavy pockets of rain and lightning, as usual, will be the biggest issues. The coverage begins to really intensify in the late afternoon, and then after sunset, we start to see the storms weaken and fizzle out, and overnight should be primarily quiet and will stay that way into your Thursday morning. So expect scattered storms with a high of 94, but a heat index beyond 100 degrees, so very high heat and very high levels of humidity. Now, most of the scattered storms will be gone by tonight. Lows will dip down between 72 and 76. And notice as the rain and storm chances decline, the temperatures themselves get hotter. In fact, for Saturday and Sunday, we're projecting the actual air temperature to hit 96. The heat index on those days could get as high as 105 to 110 degrees. Some very tough heat is going to be arriving here in the coming days. Sarah?